will actually extend the hitbox and of course do more damage and just last longer periods. So it is insane. We'll see how
Also,
they're going to work with that one.
something a little different here. So it looks like the Batman was just for the butt check, but we're gonna
Yeah.
see the Tom and Jerry having
Prepare
Tom and Jerry
yourself.
is actually a really good call, to be honest. I think Tom and Jerry is going to be significantly more difficult now for Taz to deal with, because Taz hates getting hit by knockback based projectiles, but Jerry's a whole tank. He just eats those. It's like, look, I'll trade off, but I'll be alright. Like, it's okay. You can send me in. We're good.
Yep.
I love the closed captions on that, by the way.
Oh,
the
man,
voice lines
it's
are
good.
just amazing between all of these. Converting from the frying pan into the pie to guarantee the slow was definitely not a combo I was expecting to see off the start, but you can see the team communication's already there, Bam.
Yo, they are on point, man. It is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, you see the safe, man. There goes all your cash coming into the building. On the right side, who's going to make it back? I love it. Sitting back here, MVD is going to set back. You know, sometimes you got to go into app beat, right? You need to go to the box, see what you got, the tools in session.
That actually also shows how MVD is perfectly content with zoning too, because you have 2 charges of the pie, and you also have the ability to get those items like you were just saying. So you can hang back as well. You can let Tom and Jerry hold the front and just kind of just fire down. And look at this. The damage difference is not too far off, but look at where the blue team has been most of the time, Bam. They've been stuck in the corner. Finally getting a reversal, but they spent so much time on the right-hand side.
Oh, absolutely. But I'll say one thing here. If there's any team that's pretty good at fighting outside of the corner, it is going to be Zage and Courage. I've seen them do it time and time again yesterday, and they're going to do it right back this time around too. And you already know they will run through you anytime. You know, my girl Velma does not skip leg day, and definitely not arms either.
They waited for, Courage waited for you on cue to say that. It's like, okay, we got you. But also, the orange team coming in as well, covering so many options. There was pretty much nothing you could do there. The frying pan's too large. If you dodge that, you get hit by the side air from Bugs. He sends you back out, and you're probably done. Good job from Velma stopping that nair. That nair converts into itself into the bat. That can find a stock sub 50 if you're a little bit too high.
True. Oh, here we go. Just a dream, man. We gotta watch it. She's waiting for you. Good stuff there, of course. Put the flashlight out, man. Shots of Phobia. Get a good shot. Oh my goodness. The snipes.
Good coverage. That was very smart from Logan to go ahead and make sure that he kept MVD safe on the left-hand side after the tornado was an attempt. And even with Zage trying to zone it down, didn't matter. Covering so much right now, though. Everybody kind of doubled up. Weekend stacks have now gone heavily onto the orange team. They didn't even care. Like, look, I got the weekend debuff. That's fine. I'll still box with you.
Yeah, they're still fighting. They better be careful, though. You don't want to be doing that for too long. A step back. Are we going for the chase? Here we go. Armor. Oh, no. Not going to happen in time. Armor again. Yep. Just set it up.
That was the right time.
I love that. I love that. They're so good at setting up that situation. They're always ready.
Exactly. Like, Zage was so on, just on cue to try and push while they had 12 gray health ready to go. Didn't really get anything out of it, but that was just on the good defense from the orange team. That showed, like, look, we have advantage. No reason to push right now. The blue team, however, taking advantage of them hanging back by getting a lot of gray health regularly, Bam. And look at this. We said before, Rocket forces you to move. The safe forced you to move.
True.
That made them have to go to the corner, but they got back out of it.
One of the big things I do love seeing from high and top level players is sometimes you can either crouch the rocket and not move so you can maintain your positioning, or you can just ride the rocket itself and don't get hit with the active hitbox, right? It's a very, very strong tilt, like essentially a moving platform. And what a play! Yo, I don't even need to call the police. Police, I already got them. They're gone. Pick them up.
Mr. Jenkins, we took care of it, and here's how. The down air coming in from Velma within a second to go ahead and knock him down, then closing it out with the up attack right after that. Seal the deal. And then, who tried to help him out? MVD got caught in the midst of that, and Courage was there instantly to make sure that MVD would get dealt with. As you get hit by that, send them off with the side air, takes it out easy. And that was Orange Team's game, but that's how easy it is in positions if you stay calm to run it back here in the twos format.
Oh, absolutely. Zage just said, hey, here's a thought. Don't chase after me. How about that, right? That was absolutely insane. Yep, that's all, folks. You already know, man. Such a quality play coming from this team. And again, these guys are really, really good with dealing with people pressuring them in the corner. I think that's something that a lot of teams, they'll get really frightened. And once they get in the corner, they immediately want to expend their resources, go high. And the moment that happens, they just get hit immediately out of it. And because of that, you get hit and you have no resources, you probably are going to lose a point for that. But they're good at standing their ground. They will put the armor on themselves if need be. You know, they'll start the wards out, they'll put the healing, they'll augment the cooldown, whatever they need, so they can fight out of the corner the right way and not the quickest way. And that is very, very important.
Yeah, and you can already tell, like, just from the delay of things right now, MVD probably telling Logan, hey, look, wait, if I see you getting doubled up like that, I'm just gonna let it rock. I know there's not much I could do right there because MVD trying to push while the active hitboxes were still out and he was at knockout percents, it gave up stage control. It gave up the ability for them to try and chase you now because you could absolutely run, wait for Tom and Jerry to come back and play that last life out. You can play that out and play defensively, but MVD trying to force the situation allowed them to get a free double up. That's those spots where you have to be careful because remember, you don't hit your teammate. So if you're going for the scramble and you don't guarantee get the hit on the other person, you're going to get hit by their teammate who was ready for you to overextend and steal that game away, even though you had a pretty dominant lead leading up to that point.
Yo, true that, man. It's insane how these guys have been playing. And I really do love seeing that Taz, that Taz and that Velma team really work out, right? Just having that bruiser and that support really follow suit. We don't see that nearly enough, I feel like. And Velma is a character that people understand is pretty strong, but still people are finding out how to take her to the next stage, right? But Zage is out there. Zage is making it happen and really playing into that support role. Yes, she can do her range, but he's so much more focused on buffing his teammate, debuffing other characters, and I think that goes a long way with the mentality that he's focused on with this character versus some other people where they only see her purely almost as if she's just purely a mage, right? And definitely don't want to sleep on that.
A big reason why they're debuffing often too is if you take a look at Velma's perk, Velma has the 0.5 second cooldown refresh off of hitting a debuffed opponent. So I'm curious to see, I didn't see if Courage before was double stacking that makes it a second. That guarantees you're getting your cooldown refresh ability as Velma all the time. So you're gonna have constantly active choices of being able to use the words to find openings, being able to have the refresh up, being able to use the horn, as well as Courage being able to go in with the pile up, which is such a strong move, catching people off guard at the ledge. So I think that's gonna be part of it. You see the CoffeeZilla, which is a 10% flat reduction. You see, did you back out to put your founders pack stuff on? Is that what you just did? Is that what you just did, bro? No, I'm kidding. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. It looks amazing. But I think that's a big part of why, and I'm glad that you noticed how actively they're going for the debuffs, but in comparison to others, because that's what's giving them a lot of free cooldown reductions after that because they constantly have them on.
Yes, absolutely. And that's so key. Like you said, the up special, that dog pile for Taz is going to be a really strong tool, especially with edge guarding, right? You essentially really can't interact with it unless you kind of have this projectile, right? And that just goes such a long way because of that. So I love that these guys are thinking about that in that end game, right? When they get in the corner. If they need to fight out of the corner too, that's something that they can actually ping on as well, because then it's like, hey, can't be here. You guys come in here, then you're flying all the way to the other side of the stage. You don't want to be here. You have to actively disengage. And it's those little things, right? Figuring out what key things we need to rely on in these key scenarios, right? Those are the major points of contentions that you're going to be fighting on the edge guard position. It's figuring out what you're going to do around those that really kind of help this team flesh itself out. And it's been great.
And now if you look at, I like the concepts between both teams, right? So taking a look at the perks at the final piece to see what was happening. They did double up, in fact, on the debuff refresh one on the side of Courage and Zage. So that means that they're constantly getting that back from those debuffs. Amazing. And the person who's up front, your ace, your DPS, if you will, it has the projectile block perk to make sure that anytime it gets knocked back, Tom does get a shield. But likewise at the other end, the orange team also has that set up, but they also have the blue version where if you get knocked back by projectiles, you get refunded as well. You're constantly getting knocked back by Velma's projectiles, so you're getting free refund on your abilities.
True.
Oh, that's 13 stacks on the tasty debuff. You better get up on out of there.
Yep. You better leave immediately.
Leghorn in a second.
Oh,
you better go hide up in the corner.
Oh, you about to get cooked. Oh, it's going down. Yep, good spacing there. Gonna step back here. Gonna be okay.
Very
Get
smart
batter
like
up.
MVD. He recognized he can't do anything there. And because you have someone like Tom and Jerry, you can kind of separate them. But that did give both teams the opportunity to break the cars. They didn't really feel they were necessary in that position.
Let's see. Sitting back here. Good amount of damage. And of course, I love that, man. That drop zone up air, man. $1 in a dream. I love it.
Oh my god, look at these words. Just getting in the way. Oh my god, Zage was off stage in disadvantage and 1 out. Said, look, your stage control? No, my stage control. Getting those words to come in and that up. You're stealing that away from Logan.
Jeez, bro. Getting hit with the Thomas Edison like that, bro, that's crazy. Like, that is wild. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. 4 score and 2 stocks ago. Tornado found you off stage, and that's going to be another one going into favor of Blue Team. They can find another down air here. They're going to double up. Bam. Orange Team is getting absolutely wrecked in every single time they try to push off stage. Now you have the opportunity to call the 5-0. Here they come.
Oh, no, they're getting mauled, dude. They're getting mauled. And I thought the dog pile and the cops were on them. Dude, pack it up, dude. Oh, man. Let's see, good damage here. Let's see if they can get some kind of mix-up. I love the rocket being out in play now. They need to have that kind of stage clear because that's the only way they're going to make it back into this game.
Yeah, at this point, it's Blue Team's game to lose. Like, even though you can make it back into 2 format in this pretty well, this is 0 world where Zage needs to overextend off the side. You have to approach, chase him out, and what do you got to do to get through all that? You got to worry about Dogpile, which they almost jumped directly into.
Oh my gosh, I know. That was just so close.
Oh my god, custom taunts. That's beautiful. All right there, look at this. You can't go challenge that. And then you try. Zage almost reversed that one too. But again, every single time MVD would try to go help Logan, and then who's waiting for him? Courage.
Yep.
Courage always there, ready to take MVD out for going for overextensions. That is another stock, by the way. I didn't even realize that life got taken out in that position too. But this is the most important one. Look, words coming in, get sort. You forced the dodge back down. You wanted that dare so bad on the side of Logan, and Zage was so calm. Said, that's fine. That's cute. Come here. I'm ready for it. I can see you. The light bulb's up. I saw what was coming.
Oh my goodness, that was just so gorgeous, man. And I love it, just the awareness. I know my teammates coming for me. You go ahead and do what you need to do, because guess what? I'll see you in a little bit, man. That's that's all it takes. Really, really incredible play from Courage and Zage. And a lot of quality team saves from Courage side. I love Zage sometimes too, would jump off stage in appropriate positions, mind you, right? Where it looks like, okay, this may be a particular edge guard attempt that I can make on Velma. Velma, who tends not to have the greatest recovery either, but he tends to put himself into appropriate spaces where if you have to take more risk than you think to edge guard Velma, and then like you said before, Courage comes right behind, sweeps it up, you know, you get hit by that tornado, man, weatherman's here, and then everything else is clear, man. That's the end of the era. So really, really good